Big day ahead at Woodbine. 3 graded stakes races on the card. You have that $100,000 guaranteed early pick 5, which starts in race 2. As of now, races 2 and 4 are off the turf, but some of the big races, the stakes, are still listed as on the turf. Both turf courses listed as good right now. Just talked to my man, JB, Jeff Bratt, over there. So any information that we need throughout the day, I'll keep checking in with him if we have any changes with weather. Let's go to race number 6, and let's take a look at the first of the 4 stakes races. I really like the 3 Dancing Duchess in here. You can take a look at her last effort. Dancing Duchess was the number 3 most recently when she was in the Natalma last time out, and she had just a brutal trip. So let's watch the replay on her. She's the number 3. She's going to take a slow step right out of the gate, and she's not able to show some of that early tactical speed that she likes. I think she kind of looks over to the outside, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 horses that were all forwardly placed. Does she want to try to shove up the inside and have to deal with all that pressure? She tries to wait behind. I think the decision to sit there may have been fine, but then watch as everything starts to develop and she gets shuffled all the way back. And now she ends up basically last at one point, like to the back of this early, the back of the leading group, and she never has a shot. What's nice is that we know she has much more tactical speed than it showed here. She wanted to be a lot closer in this spot, but she just, based on racing luck, could not do so. Even now, she's trying to go, but as the horses in front of her keep shuffling her back, look at her take up badly right here, all the way back to basically last as the 2 is to her outside. So she's beaten 1 horse when she tries to angle back around. I thought that was a really tough trip for Dancing Duchess. It doesn't really matter what happens in the finish because we're just hoping that she has a much better start here. That's the play for me in race number 6. Moving along to race number 7, it's the Grade 1 EP Taylor, and Moira is the horse to beat, coming off that monster effort last time out. A little disappointing in her first 3 starts of the year this year, but wow, did she put it all together with that big win in the Canadian Stakes. So, horse to beat. I think if you're playing this race, any type of multi-exotics, Rocky Sky's a little interesting to me. Now, just had the lead last time out and stopped, but that may have been a race that she needed. She had not been on the track since November, and that was her first start as a 5-year-old, so she may still have a little upside here as a mare, making just her second start at 5. I like that she's versatile. She has some tactical speed, but she can also pass horses. I think she fits really well in the tier below Moira. It looks like there might be 1 or 2 horses in that top tier, probably Moira and With the Moonlight. So I'm going to play Rocky Sky and Moira on top, and then I'll use With the Moonlight, the 4, very consistent, along with Aspen Grove, another price, who has no issues getting this distance. She might be a cut below based on speed figures, but I think she can hit the board in here as well. So I'm going to play this race 9, 6, 4, 5 in multi-exotics. I think Moira's the horse to beat. Maybe we can get a couple of these other value plays in along with Moira. Let's move to race number 9. It's the Grade 1 Pattison Canadian International Stakes. And Nation's Pride is hands down the horse to beat. Incredible resume. He's earned over $2.2 million, Group 1 winner, and he's been in some of the biggest races out there. We saw him in the Breeders' Cup Turf. He was in the Dubai Turf, and he was recently winning a Grade 1, a Group 1 over in Germany. So, horse to beat, no doubt. Horse that I think is interesting that I will also use is Royal Champion. Coming off of a 3rd place finish at York, I thought it was a very good effort. He tracked second. He was just off. He moved to the lead. He was in a blanket-type finish. I thought it was a very solid 3rd. He kind of just faded late in between horses. So I'll use the 8, Royal Champion, along with Nation's Pride in all exotics. Closing it out in the 10th, the 4th of the stakes races, the 3rd and final graded stakes on the card. Wow, this is a fantastic betting race. So many directions to go. I'm going to start with the number 7 in here, Lucky Score. Comes off of a good effort in the Woodbine Mile, and remember, that was going longer. This is a horse who is a graded stakes winner sprinting. Just look 4 starts back in the Highlander when Lucky Score was winning a race just like this at 14-1. Following that was in the Connaught Cup, again was a good 3rd behind Dream Shake. I like Lucky Score in here, cutting back, giving him a little bit more punch. Dream Shake also in the mix for me. From down on the inside, he went over to Kentucky last time out. Didn't really fire there, but back to Woodbine now, and I think he will be forwardly placed from the inside. You got the 11, Big Invasion. That's probably the horse they'll all have to beat in here. Legitimate sprinter comes in from Saratoga. Oceanic has been really unlucky, and he's going to win a big race like this one of these days, and maybe it's today. I'm going to throw him in some exotics. Even a horse like the 2 Remuda, I wouldn't be shocked. You can toss the race on the soft turf last time out. 2 starts back, beat a horse named Arzak, who we just saw came back to beat Stakes Company yesterday over at Keeneland. Arzak was the horse who won the Woodford at 11-1 and earned 101 Beyer speed figure in doing so. So a very fun 10th and final of the 4 stakes races. I say final, the final of the stakes races. There is 11 races on the card today. Lucky score. I've got the 7 and the 1 all over the place. Great Sunday.